So I thought I had to go. It was a false alarm. One of the fun things of Parkinson's is that your digestion is problematic. The peristaltic action, the result of defecation, or at least the impetus to defecate, which is triggered by the movement through the gut, and that movement is retarded by Parkinson's, which is why you need to drink plenty of water, why you should do exercise, because the exercise helps move things through with the peristaltic action. You don't want your peristaltic action inhibited. This is camera 2. The time now is 5:48. Maybe I should have got some sleep. I thought I could do better progress in this. All I'm looking to do is to drag some files from one folder into another in order to prepare those files for a cogent preparation of my tax returns, which is where this all started. Are you surprised that I called this a descent into madness? Yeah, all right, that's a joke. Or maybe it isn't. If it was more booming laughter, then it would be something that's beneficial for Parkinson's patients. Laugh out loud, ha ha ha. If I laugh out too loud, my neighbours will wonder what's going on. Very thin walls. So I'll reserve that for when I'm out in the park. And I can pretend I'm calling a dog. Boomer! Oh, Boomer! I don't have a dog. I'd like to have a dog, but they're too much trouble at the end of life. Either their end or my end, whichever comes first. They're great as puppies though. Fantastic as puppies. Everybody loves puppies, but nobody thinks about what happens to them at their end of life. Old dogs need love too. Adopt an old dog if you can. If you know what that entails, the cleaning up of messes, the multi-night runs, access to a garden, easy access to a garden, heated pad in winter, careful with your dog, especially the old ones. The old ones especially might live in a little buggy that supports their back legs because their back legs aren't moving. They're still dogs, they're still entitled to run. Some of them run like bubbly. I'll use bubbly because I'm not sure about that other word. But yeah, old dogs need love too. If you can look after an old dog, if you have the means, if you have the right to keep a dog in a place, if you have the permission of the person who owns the place, then by all means keep an old dog and make sure that they're well fed and make sure that you can afford their vet bills. You don't want to neglect an old dog. There are charities that can help, but you shouldn't rely on charity. Give as much as you can. I'm not going to talk about cats. Less said the better. Okay. And reset. Think, man, where is that? I'm going to have one last look around. At speed. Wait for me. I'll be back soon. This time I won't carry the camera. I need both hands. Okay, I give up. Not going to find it tonight. It's nearly 6 a.m. Time to have some food. Yeah. Food, and then in an hour of distracting myself and tiring myself out, be careful not to inhale the water because you'll get aspiration and you don't want that. So we're still recording. 12 minutes of mostly silence. What a load of fun. I'm giving up on looking for that. I didn't achieve what I wanted. I not even reached halfway what I wanted. But that's the nature of Parkinson's. I wanted you to see that. I wanted you to understand that sometimes tasks which to the non-Parkinson's person are easy to handle. Dead easy. But as a Parkinson's person, it's impossible without having someone to help. If you're on your own like me, you're in your own Parkinson's delusion. You're not sure what is what or who is who, except maybe the person in the mirror is you. I talked about love. I talked about gratitude last time. All that still applies, so I won't repeat that. What I will say is, because it merits repeating, that as well as being surrounded by the love of those in your life, your friends and your colleagues, you need to keep hope, because there are wonderful people like the Parkinson's Association who provide conviviality and a meeting place and wonderful people to meet who also have Parkinson's. And that's where I learned those exercises, which I knew from the past anyway because they were yoga and Tai Chi, but they need to be big, they need to be bold. You need to keep doing them. You need to do them, and then in the morning when you review this, because you'll probably upload it on YouTube, you, Paul, need to remember to get in touch with and speak with the people who are doing your tax return so that you can get the jolly thing done. It's so taxing. I think it's time for enough bad puns. It's time to get some sleep. I'm not sure if I'll be trembling, but I'll do my best. And then, well, maybe I won't sleep. Maybe I'll just watch TV, which is what I normally do when I wake up at 4. It's like I've worked the whole night through, which I have, in fact. So we'll see how far I get before it all crashes around. Good night, my friends, and I wish you a peaceful rest of your life with Parkinson's, because it's going to be trouble, but it's going to be interesting. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to make heaps of friends. So do the best you can. Just keep on going. And if you're a chatterbox like me, it probably pays to talk about it. And if you've got no shame, well, just spread it on the internet. Of course, got to be not safe for work. There's something to avoid, so I'm going to stop swearing or showing anything that one shouldn't show. Not that it's made for children, but you don't want to spoil the kids or ruin the kids by letting them watch. And don't let them watch this, because nobody wants to know how they end up if they catch Parkinson's disease, because it's not a pretty sight. But I'm pretty sure it's time to go to bed. Good night.